Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Hardin County Commissioners Court. We have a quorum present, and the meeting will be called to order. Item number 2 is invocation by Pastor Douglas White of Abundant Life UPC in Silsbee. If everybody will please rise. Good morning, sir.
Thank you. God bless you. Why don't we bow our heads? God, today I want to thank you that I'm in a place where prayer in a situation like this is still acceptable. You could have let us be anywhere, God, but you've blessed us to be in a community, Jesus, where these things are acceptable, God, among us in a setting like this. So, God, I want to thank you for it today. God, communities like this are made up of many different factions, and I want you to bless every faction of that. There are students around this entire area, God. I want you to bless the student, but I also want you to bless the teacher. God, citizens in every corner, I want you to bless the citizens, but God, bless the law enforcement that keeps them safe. I pray today, God, for every sick individual, but God, I also pray for the doctor, for the military troops that keep us with this privilege, God. I want to pray for them today. I want to thank you, God, for them, but I also want to thank you for every veteran that's provided us this ability today, Jesus. And now, God, for the elected officials of this room, of this county, God, I'm asking you to keep your hand upon them, the all-important task that's been laid before them. Father, today I'm asking you to give them wisdom to follow your will, to bless the citizens of this area. God, keep them safe, keep them strong, keep them wise. We bless your name today, God, and we thank you again for the privilege of being in an atmosphere like this. We ask it all now in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor. Lola Carnes will now lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Lola. Item number 4, Glenda Alston, County Clerk. Approval of minutes of March 9th, 2015 regular meeting.
Ask the court to approve the minutes of March the 9th of 2015.
So moved. Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Cooper and a second by Commissioner Kirkendall. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 5, Deborah McWilliams, County Treasurer. Presentation approval of cash statement. Good morning, Debbie.
Good morning. As of today, in our general checking account, we have $681,394.94. In our taxable general account, we have $12,629,512.38 for a total cash funds of $13,310,907.32. Also want to give you an update on the taxable interest rate. As of today, it is 0.0499%.
I move that we accept the cash statement.
A second. Have a motion by Commissioner Kirkendall and a second by Commissioner Roberts. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 6, Deborah McWilliams, presentation approval of registered claims to be canceled by court.
So moved. Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Pelt and a second by Commissioner Kirkendall. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you.
Item number 7, Angela Gore, County Auditor, payment of county bills.
The pre-approved expenditures for March the 10th, 2015 were $17,870.12. The pre-approved expenditures for March the 15th through the 17th, 2015 were $42,004.62. Pre-approved expenditures for March the 18th through the 19th were $216,020.53. And today, March the 23rd, 2015, the expenditures for Commissioners Court are $166,374.10. The total expenditures are $442,269.37. Gross payroll for March the 19th, 2015 was $422,161.83. FICA was $30,610.10. Retirement was $57,225.23. Total transfer for March the 19th, 2015 payroll was $509,997.16.
I move we pay the county bills.
Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Cooper and a second by Commissioner Kirkendall to pay the county bills. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 8, Valerie Stewart, Crime Victims Assistance Center. Introduction of new crime victims advocate Freddie Hare. Good morning, Valerie.
I would like to introduce Freddie Hare. Freddie is from Salisbury, married. She's worked EMS, several other positions, FedEx. When I hired her, when she interviewed with me, she was in a FedEx uniform. And she's doing very good, very eager, just wants to learn everything.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Welcome to
meet
Hardin
you.
County.
Well, thank you. I'm honored to be here.
Thank you.
Number 9, Dana Hogg, District Clerk. Introduction of new Deputy Clerk, Sean Silcox. Good morning.
Morning. This is Sean Silcox. She's been here a week with us, and we've really enjoyed her, and she is a hometown girl. She's right here from Coons.
Welcome. Nice to meet you. Number 10, Monica Kelly, Chief, Juvenile Probation Department. Introduction of new Juvenile Detention Officer, Brenna Jones. Good morning.
Brene Jones is from Salisbury. She worked at Top MHMR over in Salisbury about 14 years prior to coming here. We are happy to have her on board.
Excellent.
Good deal. Welcome. Renee. Number 11, Rebecca Walton, County Attorney. Presentation of Certificate of Appreciation to Kelly Chenoweth for 10 years of dedicated service to Hardin County. Good morning.
Good morning. Kelly's not new to the county, but I can tell you she's been an asset to my office, and I would say that most of us would agree we're very blessed here that people come into our offices and stay for long periods of time. And Kelly knows how much we love her in our office, and she is fantastic at her job and takes very good care of all of us. Thanks, Kelly.
Congratulations. All right, item number 12, adoption of resolution number 5-15, recognizing Lola Carnes for 29 years and 9 months of dedicated service as a legal assistant for the Hardin County Judge's Office and to the citizens of Hardin County, and wishing her well in her retirement. If Lola hadn't read the agenda yet, this is a surprise to her. This is a special day. Lola's been here for nearly 30 years. We also have Judge Caraway and Judge McKinney who are both here. Judge McKinney, if you don't mind, would you read that resolution to us?
First, I'd like to thank the Commissioners Court for inviting me over.
Yes, sir.
It's been a long time since I've been before the Commissioners Court and the audience in Hardin County. This resolution states, whereas Lola Corn has devoted the past 29 years and 9 months of her life to service the people of Hardin County with great pride, professionalism, and style. And whereas Lola Corn dedicated her talents and pledged her services as a legal assistant to the Hardin County Judge's Office. And whereas Lola Corn pledged her services as Deputy Clerk to the Hardin County Tax Assessor Collector's Office. And whereas through determination and commitment to excellence, Lola Corn has earned the respect and admiration of her and the citizens of Hardin County. Pardon me, I'm getting old. Whereas Lola Carnes is recognized for the unselfish devotion to the common good and the well-being of the citizens of Hardin County, Texas, and will always be dearly missed by her friends, co-workers, and family at the Hardin County Courthouse. Now, whereas, therefore it be resolved that the Commissioners Court of Hardin County does hereby honor and commend Lola Corns for her dedicated service as a valuable employee of the Hardin County and wishes for the best in her retirement. That's the resolution. I'd like to state that after serving almost 30 years and through 4 county judges, I'm going to recommend to the Commissioners Court that we change this from Hardin County to Lola's Court.
Thank you very much, Judge McKinney. I believe,
I move adoption of resolution number 5-15.
Second.
have a motion by Commissioner Pelt and a second by Commissioner Kirkendall. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Judge Caraway, I believe, has some words he wants to say as well, and then we'll have a certificate that we want to present to Lola as well.
Well, I want to say to y'all, by coming up with this day, you done good. I also would like to thank the Supreme Authority and for Judge McKinney for seeing that you got here. But I want to make sure we got Supreme Authority and Judge McKinney. I don't want the combination of one on there. Most of you really probably don't understand what Lola does over here. She has a role to where that when somebody comes in with drug problems or mental problems, she's right there and she has to make decisions and recommend to the judge. There's no way that you can come up with standard answers. And if you go into her office, you won't see an operations manual for how to handle these situations. It's it right here in that heart and her upbringing that it makes these decisions. You won't ever replace that. She's one of a kind. Now, Lola and I go way back together outside of this, and we actually took typing together at one time. And back in school at that time, we didn't have any air conditioning, so all the windows had to be up and the doors open to create that ventilation. Well, when Lola took typing, and she sat on that typewriter, you could hear the doors closing down the hall. She is a special thing, and Lola, we love you. We appreciate all the help that you gave me over the years.
Lola, you know the drill better than I do. Ooh, I'm sorry. First, I have a certificate to present to you, your certificate of retirement. And then, you know you get a keychain. Let me give you that real quick. I know you've been waiting on that. Maybe say you lost your keys. I don't know how many people in the courthouse, but quite a few, several, got together, and we also got you a little special gift that we want to give you this morning, and we hope that you like it. And we want to just congratulate you. I really appreciate you deciding to stay with me for a few months and getting me going. I can't thank you enough for that. Lola has agreed that we can call her at least once a week, no more than once a week if we have any questions. So we're going to try to hold to no more than once a week. Do you have anything you'd like to say? And I believe everyone's aware, but if not, I want to be sure that everybody knows that as soon as Commissioners Court is over with this morning, we're going to go to the Dome and we'll have cake and punch there. And we have Lola's special punch made for everybody this morning. And we're glad that she shared that recipe with us. All right, moving on to item number 13, authorization for county judge to sign a real property commercial lease agreement between Amber W. Hardin and Hardin County for Justice of the Peace Precinct 2 office building.
So moved.
Second. Have a motion by Commissioner Kirkendall and a second by Commissioner Cooper. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 14, authorization for county judge to sign memorandum of understanding with Orange County to provide technical assistance for public health activities related to public health emergency preparedness grant. Are there any questions on that?
Move we approve.
Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Pelt and a second by Commissioner Roberts. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 15, authorization for county judge to sign memorandum of understanding between the Health Department and Sheriff's Office to dispense medications in the event of a countywide mass prophylaxis operation.
So moved. Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Kirkendall and a second by Commissioner Roberts. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 16, authorization for county judge to sign agreement with Nutrition and Services for seniors to utilize space at Courthouse Annex and West Hardin Senior Center in Batson for the purpose of serving meals to senior citizens.
Make a motion, we accept that. Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Roberts and a second by Commissioner Pelt. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 17, Shirley Stevens, Tax Assessor Collector. Discussion, action regarding the minimum bid for properties which are bid in trust to Hardin County. Good morning, Shirley.
Good morning. Thank you for allowing me to present this. In the past, it's been the consensus of the court on any properties that has been bid in trust to Hardin County. We're bringing it back to a resale. The court has asked that we offer it at 1/4 of the market value. I'm requesting today that we rescind that and that we offer it at 1/4 of the previous minimum bid. That way I feel that we can get it back on the tax roll and start collecting taxes on it again. Do you have any questions?
Shirley, this was a recommendation of Keith Treadway? Is
Yes,
right?
that is correct.
I move we change the wording to indicate 1/4 of the previous minimum bid whenever we have these new auctions.
Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Cooper and a second by Commissioner Pelt. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shirley. Item number 18, Sergeant Aaron Tupper, Sheriff's Office. Discussion action regarding trade-in of 2011 Ford CVP vehicle, VIN number ending in 6919, toward purchase of 2015 Ford Police Package vehicle approved in Commissioners Court on January 23rd, 2015, requiring the following budget transfer. $7,266 from account number 010-560-354, vehicle equipment, to account number 010-560-570, auto purchases. We approved this purchase in Commissioners Court on January the 23rd, but we failed to include the trade-in or the budget transfer, so that's why that item is back on the agenda.
Move we approve the trade-in and budget transfer.
Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Pelt and a second by Commissioner Kirkendall. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 19, Sergeant Aaron Tupper, permission to trade in two 2011 Ford CVP vehicles, VIN numbers ending in 8882 and 7872, toward the purchase of two new 2015 Chevrolet Tahoe Police Package vehicles to be purchased utilizing a cooperative purchasing program funded partially from the Sheriff's Office budget and the remainder from the Sheriff's forfeiture account, requiring the following budget transfers. $26,000 from account number 010-560-570. I read that wrong. It's account number 010-561-570, jail operations auto purchases, and $22,521 from account number 010-560-354, vehicle equipment, and both of those will be transferred into account number 010-560-570, auto purchases.
So moved. Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Cooper and a second by Commissioner Kirkendall. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 20, Toy Ackridge, Health Department. Permission to utilize Ebola funds to supplement Health Department salaries, training, and supplies.
There was a change on the Ebola grant that we were awarded. We had to change it from salaries to training, supplies, and others based on a state recommendation.
Okay, this is surplus funds from the Ebola?
Correct.
And so we're changing it so that money can supplement only training and supplies, not salaries?
Training, supplies, and others.
Okay. Any other questions?
Take off salaries?
Yes.
Did you move on that,
Have a
Ken?
motion by Commissioner Pelt.
Second.
And a second by Commissioner Roberts. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Sharon. Item number 21, Monica Kelly, discussion approval of outside detention contracts with Tyler, Chambers, Jasper, Liberty, and Orange counties for juvenile detention services. Good morning again.
I am. It's time to renew our outside detention contracts, and we still have the same 5 as we have had for several years in a row. They have not changed. The county attorney has approved those several years back, and there's no changes in them, and it's outside detention for them to be contracted into Hardin County.
So moved.
Second. Have a motion by Commissioner Kirkendall and a second by Commissioner Roberts. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Do you have the original?
Yes, ma'am. We'll sign that and get it to you after court. Item number 22, Commissioner Pelt, Precinct 3, permission to solicit bids for overlaying the following roads: Commander and Rosier Roads, 7/10 of a mile; Phelps Cemetery Road, 1/2 mile; Williford Road, 4/10 of a mile; North Main Street in Batson, 8/10 of a mile; and Gusher Road, 8/10 of a mile, for a total overlay of 3.2 miles.
So moved.
Second. Have a motion by Commissioner Kirkendall and a second by Commissioner Roberts. Any other discussion?
Yeah, does he want to add 1/2 mile of Andover to that?
I got some too. You want to keep going?
I think that stretches me right there.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 23, Commissioner Pelt, permission for temporary closing of south end of Callahan Road, also known as Temple Road. Excuse me, contingent upon City of Lumberton closing the north end of Callahan Road.
Judge Court, this road, which we refer to in the county book as Temple Road, goes from 421 to where Callahan starts, the paved part of it. When the city annexed this some years ago, they now have about half of Temple Road. There are no houses on the road. There's timberland and hunting club interest. This road has become a dump, has for years. Lots of furniture, mattresses, garbage, tires, and it's used as a mudding playground. Anytime it rains, the road stays torn up. The city of Lumberton talked to me here some months ago about the possibility of closing this road temporarily until it has a need, and I agree with them. They have to take it before their city council, and I'm recommending that, contingent upon the city council, Lumberton, approving the closing, that we close it off, put a gate at each end, and then anyone who has an interest in there can have a lock on the gate. Such time in the future as it becomes necessary to open it back up, we would. It's not an abandonment, it's just a temporary closing.
You used to keep the former constable pretty busy out there on,
Yeah, we
on
tried.
Trash duty.
Yeah, the trash duty has become unbearable.
Yes,
And
it has.
it's my recommendation, and I move that we temporarily close it.
Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Pelt and a second by Commissioner Kirkendall. Any other discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 25, Esther Scarborough, Subdivision Coordinator. Discussion action on amending the subdivision regulations to require detention retention ponds. I missed 24. Let me go back to that. Item number 24 is also Esther Scarborough, and her title there is Floodplain Administrator. Discussion action on wetlands informational and resources form. Good morning, Esther.
For your information, the reason I have 2 titles is Lola said I had to have 2 titles.
Well, then you
Depends
do.
on what I bring to court.
That's how it goes.
Okay, you have 2 forms. One has a signature space across the bottom. The original form does not. And we've had some issues with wetlands, and normally we hand out, if someone has a wetlands on their property, we give them this informational form to contact the Corps of Engineers. But now it's become necessary for the county, for us to notify them that the county does not have any legal obligation to enforce the compliance in wetlands. So we're putting this signature on the bottom and the date for each client to sign, where we can put it in their file and or attach it to their permit, depending on if they're in a floodplain or not. So I'm asking you to approve this one with the signature page on it, because it gives more responsibility to us at getting that signed, and it also protects the county.
What brought this about?
Mr. Pelt, would you like to expound on that?
Of course, we have applications for permits for subdivisions, which we handle. 3 years ago, a federal court gave jurisdiction over all land that rainwater falls on to the EPA. President Obama, through an executive order, assigned the enforcement of that to the Corps of Engineers here some months ago. We ran into it when we started seeking to build the retention pond at Sour Lake and the one up north of Silsbee and clean out Coon Marsh Gully under Hurricane Ike recovery funds. Went down and met with the Corps to assure that they did have jurisdiction. They showed us they do have jurisdiction. And they advised us that any subdivision, any activity that took place in Hardin County that had the effect of being in wetlands, floodplains, things like this, would require a permit from them. And as a county that has FEMA insurance, where we had signed a contract with FEMA that it was our obligation to notify people before we issued any kind of permit. Now, we have not received anything from the state directing us to do that. But it is right now federal law until such time as it's changed. It's being challenged by 16 states. The House of Representatives in Congress has passed a resolution to bring their authority back to lakes, streams, and navigable rivers. But at this time, it's our understanding, Esther has talked to them, I've talked to them, that we do have an obligation to notify these people. Some of the subdividers do not believe that the federal government has this authority. They may or may not, I don't know. But I do think it's wise that we notify them, give them a copy of this form, and then if they choose to not seek a opinion from the federal government, well, then that's between them and the federal government.
I could go along with that as far as us advising them, but as far as this county enforcing it, I wouldn't vote for that. And I don't guess that's what this is for.
This is just to advise them.
This is, if you read across the bottom, it says Hardin County has no legal obligation to enforce compliance in wetlands. Now, in flood zones, we do, but
Right.
that's always been, that's standard in flood
Well,
zones.
here you're asking a developer to get an additional permit. I wonder what the time lapse is gonna be. I mean,
Now, at the top, this is wording from, this is the exact wording off of the Corps of Engineers page. We were giving that out, stopping here with all their information. That is their wording, that's not our wording. So we were giving that to every customer that had a wetlands map on their property. So what we're doing is relieving ourselves of the obligation to enforce that, because we're not sure where this is going yet, and so we're backing
So
off
we
of
will
everything
give
except
them
flood
this,
zones.
and
Yes.
whether or not they pursue this with the Corps of Engineers, we're still gonna give them our permit and let them.
We're still, except in flood zones. In flood zones, they
Except-
have to produce a permit from the Corps if they
So
have a
we're gonna
wetlands.
require them to produce?
FEMA requires that. It's
And
in the wording.
what's the time frame? How long is it gonna take them to get that? I mean,
I have some that have been on the waiting list probably for 8 months now. But with the FEMA regulations that we adopted in our county ordinance, it is a requirement to receive all permits from every government entity that's, if there's a
you
problem
know
with
if
that.
all the other counties are enforcing it, or?
In the flood zones, yes, sir, they are. That's old, that's been from 1978. But this, when they produced the wetlands maps after 3 years ago, when all this came in, when they produced the wetlands maps, and we downloaded them onto our Google Earth and to our floodplain maps, we probably have as many wetlands maps in Hardin County as we do flood zones. We have, the west side of the county has no flood maps in the northwest part of the county, but we have many we have no flood zone maps, but we have wetland maps for those areas. It's quite a bit. So what we're basically doing is we won't be requiring a permit if they're not in a flood zone. That's their obligation to get with the Corps of Engineers. It won't affect the county, and from what we understand, the county is under no obligation on anything except flood zones.
That's all I have, Judge.
Okay. Looks like we need a motion to accept the new form.
I move we authorize Esther to give this form to the developers.
I second it. Have a motion by Commissioner Pelt and a second by Commissioner Roberts. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Now, number 25, Esther Scarborough, Subdivision Coordinator, discussion action on amending the subdivision regulations to require retention ponds.
Okay, on Exhibit 1, you see the underlined language, that's the part that I would like to add to our standard subdivision regulations, and I'll read it. It says, detention or retention ponds designed to hold 100-year frequency storm may be required in certain areas to prevent damage downstream. Developers should consult engineer representing Hardin County prior to platting. That's one suggestion. Now, Exhibit 2 is a suggestion by Don King that we add, which reads, developers should consult the engineer representing Hardin County prior to platting to decide if detention retention ponds will be required. All detention facilities in Hardin County shall be designed to attenuate or lessen developed condition peak flows rates from the 25-year and 100-year frequency, 24-hour duration storm to existing condition levels. No increase in downstream flow rates or flood levels will be allowed. And that's what we were talking about today in the meeting that we had, that we couldn't do any damage or put any more water off of downstream.
Was it your understanding that the city of Lumberton has this?
I've been told that by Mr.
Sounds like what the mayor said, that they're requiring retention ponds for any development inside the city limits.
Mr. Whiteley told me yes, he did. We talked about this in between the courts today.
So these are two suggestions, Esther?
But ours is a little bit different. Like, okay, to take a subdivision, Rock Creek Ridge, they're out in the country, they don't have any other subdivisions or homes butted right up against them. They drain into a natural drain, and that, in a situation like that, the engineer would make that call whether or not they had to have it. That would be a situation where they probably would not have to have it. But if you have someone come in on Keith Road or on Park Road or off of Wheeler again, and they want to put in a subdivision with those areas, we definitely would need a detention or a retention pond there, depending on the location. So that would be where the engineer that represents the county would make that call as to what would need to be on that plat.
So these are two choices you want the court to make, one out of the two?
Yes, sir.
I would go with number one before I would go with number two, because I don't have any confidence in that engineer.
Well, remember too that the engineer can always be changed.
And on number one, you note that it says may be required, not shall.
Right.
Should
look at that.
Right, but either way,
You're
they're
on
still
the committee,
consulting,
aren't
yeah.
you? What
But
do you suggest?
either way, they're still consulting the same engineer.
Yeah, somebody's the same person.
Minimum, I like Exhibit 2 for this reason, that it goes to a little bit more explanation for the customer. But both do the job that we need it to do. Just Exhibit 2 explains it a little bit more of the goal we're trying to reach. So,
Commissioner Roberts, do you have anything on that? Which one do you like better?
I like Exhibit 2. I'm with Kurt Chris on that.
What about you, Ken?
Material, as long as we get something that allows us to make a decision on whether or not the retention pond is required.
I like Exhibit 2 myself. Has Mr. Whiteley looked at this?
Yes, sir. I went over it with him, and
did you like one of the exhibits better over the other? Did you read both of these exhibits that we have? Okay. One of them's kind of broad, and it says that the developer may consult with an engineer. The other one says that it's a little more specific and says the developer should consult with an engineer.
The one that says developer shall or should, I think that's the one I would recommend. And you were asking about Lumberton. What we do is we require them to hold any water over pre-development conditions. In other words, the ground's flat and there's nothing out there, it's flowing so much water. It's been doing that for years. We let them let that water flow out. Any post-development flow, when you do your sidewalks, house, driveways, all that, the increase between post-development and pre-development, we make them hold that water. So it only meters out at pre-development flow. So you're not putting any more water in there than what's going in there before. That's what we do.
I would just point out to the court one thing Mark just said. He mentioned shall, and should is not shall.
Right.
If you want the ultimate strength to it, you're gonna have to put shall. Should is no different than may, really, or can. That's right.
And that's our intent, is to be able to have this in the floodplain and also the subdivision regulations. So,
all right, well, I would say then, if we go with Exhibit 2, we need to change should to shall.
I would buy that.
I agree with that also.
Okay.
Where at, Judge?
On, where it says developers should, it should say developers shall.
So in
Second
Exhibit
word.
2, it says Hardin County shall be designated, designed to attenuate. So, so you want to change the developers should to developers shall on Exhibit 2.
Shall consult the engineer representing Hardin County
Yeah.
prior to plating.
Yes.
So with that, if you vote on that to be
Yeah.
adopted.
Yeah, I think we're all on a general consensus to go with Exhibit 2, and I think we all agree that we should change that, under the underlined part where it says developers should to developers shall.
And I'll put that in the motion.
Second. Have a motion from Commissioner Kirkendall and a second from Commissioner Roberts. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thanks, Esther.
Thank you.
Item number 26, Jackie Ellis, purchasing agent, awarding of bids for purchase of materials for all road and bridge precincts. Good morning, Jackie. We're gonna see you for a while, it looks like.
Yeah, I got my guitar here and read all this. Okay, we opened, the bids on March 13th at 2 p.m. And I'll read them off, and I do have them marked, if y'all have any questions or if you stop me. Okay, Seal Coat Aggregate, APAC plant, $63 a ton, delivered at $71 a ton. Bulky Materials, it's not available at the plant, delivered, it's $83.98. Apparent is APAC, you know what we did on that? Hot mix asphalt concrete pavement, APAC, plant $64.48, delivered is $74.48 a ton. LD Construction, plant $64.50 a ton, delivered $75 a ton. East Tex Asphalt, plant $77 a ton, it's not, delivered is not available. Apparent low bidder will be APAC. Hot mix Colay, APAC, plant $76 a ton, delivered $84 a ton, and also delivered is 25 ton trailer. LD Construction, plant is $75 a ton, delivered $85. East Tex Asphalt, plant $77 a ton, delivered $90.30. And on this one, the apparent low bidder on the delivered is APAC at 84, and plant is LD Construction. Limestone base or equivalent road material cap is $26 a ton at the plant. Delivered is $31.10 ton truck. Trailer $31.50 ton tandem truck. APAC plant $31.75 a ton. Delivered $39.75 a ton. Bulk materials plant $24 a ton. Delivered $28 a ton. Knife River, $26 a ton, delivered $32 a ton. Martin Marietta plant is $24 a ton, delivered is $29 a ton. East Tex Asphalt is $28 a ton and delivered is $44. The apparent low bidder in the limestone plant is Vulcan at $24 and delivered is $28. And also Martin Marietta was the same at plant at $24 a ton. I did both of those, so y'all have any questions on that? Okay. Slag Coat Products, Cat was the only, bidder on that, and it is plant $23 a ton, delivered $27.10, truck trailer, or $28.50 tandem truck. Okay, Coverstone, APAC plant, $31.75 a ton, delivered $39.75 a ton. Knife River, $40 a ton, delivered $46 a ton. Apparently they're on Coverstone will be APAC. Grade wash, pea gravel, Knife River plant, $40 a ton, delivered $46 a ton. Martin Marietta plant, $32 a ton, delivered $37 a ton. Cat, $41 a ton at the plant, and delivered is $45.10. Truck trailer, $46.50 tandem truck. Parent low bidder is Martin Marietta. Filter, Cat, plant, $3 a cubic yard.
Wait just a minute.
Okay.
The problem with Martin Marietta that we have is that theirs is not washed.
Okay.
And so I would like the option there, because this is what we run through our Durapatch or patch machines, and it will not take silt.
Okay.
So I'd like the option, if theirs is not washed, to go back to Knife River.
Knife River. Okay.
You gonna check and see if it was washed?
Yes, sir. yard delivered, 810 cubic yard truck trailer, and 950 cubic yard tandem truck. They were the only bidder. Pine Ridge Sand, Cat's the only bidder on this one also. Plant, 375 a cubic yard delivered, 885 a cubic yard truck trailer, 1025 a cubic yard tandem truck. There was no bid on the rice, rye base, or the Bahama base. Rapid Road Repair, Impact Plant, $90 a ton, delivered 98. LD Construction is $89 a ton, delivered is $97 a ton. East Tex Asphalt Plant, $99 a ton, delivered 115. I know East Tex, they didn't release all their specifications on this. It's supposed to be countywide, and that's only 2 coons. So Rapid Road Repair, I picked LD Construction as the low bidder.
I would like the option, you know, we awarded them a bid in court when they didn't even have a plant. And so I would like to proceed with caution and have the ability that if they deliver junk, to be able to go to APAC. I mean, I appreciate their willingness to bid, but they have no history in this. They were a lay-down construction company, and they're moving into a asphalt creation company.
Okay.
And I just don't have a lot of confidence in somebody who would win a bid without even having a plant.
Okay.
And so their lack of integrity, to me, is already there, and I'd like the ability for the court, even though it's $1 difference, to go back to APAC.
Okay, do you want to put them as second on there? Okay.
Is there a plan up?
Well, they say it is. They haven't produced anything.
Yeah, when they delivered the bid, I asked, and he said it was up. Okay. 1-inch washed limestone, APAC Plant, $31.75 a ton, delivered $39.75 a ton. Vulcan Materials Plant, $30 a ton, delivered $39 a ton. Knife River Plant, $39.25 a ton, delivered $46 a ton. Martin Marietta Plant, $32 a ton, delivered $37 a ton. Cat Plant, $36.50 a ton, delivered $40.60 truck trailer, and $42 a ton tandem truck. East Texas Asphalt Plant, $35 a ton, delivered $51 a ton. And the parent low bidder on the Vulcan Plant, $30 a ton, Martin Marietta delivered $37 a ton. Okay, Crushed Concrete, APAC Plant, $16 a ton, delivered $24 a ton, and Knife River Plant, $24 a ton, delivered $30. Parent is APAC.
I'd move that we accept them as presented in the modifications, as we talked about.
I have a motion by Commissioner Kirkendall and a second by Commissioner Pelt. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 27, Jackie Ellis, awarding of bids for purchase of emulsions for all road and bridge precincts.
Okay, we opened bids March 16th at 2. AA emulsified asphalt. We have, it's SS1, it's Western Emulsions Plant, $1.61 a gallon, delivered $1.83 a gallon. CRS2 Western Emulsions is $1.58 a gallon, delivered $1.80. CRS2H Plant, $1.82 a gallon, and delivered $2.04. Martin Asphalt Plant, $2.10 a gallon, delivered $2.22 a gallon. Cleveland Asphalt Plant, $2.09 a gallon, and delivered is $2.17779 a gallon. On this one, this is a new vendor for us that's bid, and he's from Temple, so that's about 250 miles on delivery. About a 3-hour drive on that, so they were the parent low bidder on the plant, and I didn't know if y'all wanted to address that, and do a second.
We've always been leery going that far with our equipment and our trailers. And, we've always stayed close with Cleveland.
We don't go to Temple.
So, move that we, award it to Cleveland based on location.
They were the, delivery price. Can you stay that way?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, alright. Asphalt, 300 AC10. Martin Asphalt Plant, $2.25 a gallon, delivered $2.69 a gallon. Cleveland Asphalt Plant, $3.50 a gallon, delivered is $3.83 $3.6279. Parent low bidder was Martin Asphalt.
Okay, and that's the plan in Houston,
That's what they have.
right? And then we try to stay out of Houston, and so in the past, we've been awarding to Cleveland.
Okay.
Ken, would that be your?
But we don't go pick up any of it, it's on the delivered price. What is delivered?
Delivered cheaper.
Yeah, their delivered price is cheaper, so I can go
Way
with that.
cheaper.
Okay.
Want Cleveland also on the plant?
We don't ever go to the
Yeah,
plant.
we don't
It's
go to the
delivered.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll go with the low bidder on item B.
Yeah.
Razor Oil, MC 800.
Martin Asphalt.
Martin Asphalt Plant, $3 a gallon, delivered $3.14 a gallon. Cleveland Asphalt Plant, $3.70 a gallon, delivered is $3.8279. The parent low bidder is Martin. AES 300, Martin Asphalt, $2.80 a gallon, delivered is $2.94 a gallon. Cleveland Asphalt Plant, $2.75 a gallon, delivered $2.8779. Parent low bidder is Cleveland. Prime Coat AEP, Western Emulsions, $2.25 a gallon, plant delivered is $2.47. Martin Asphalt Plant, $2.80 a gallon, delivered $2.82 a gallon. Cleveland Asphalt Plant, $2.65 a gallon, delivered is $2.7779. Okay, the parent was Western on plant and delivered.
And Temple on Prime Coat.
Do you wanna go with Cleveland as second?
Yeah, I don't use a lot of it, but is everyone else okay with that? Okay, go with Cleveland.
Tack Oil RC 250, item 300, Martin Asphalt Plant, $3.25 a gallon, delivered is $3.39 a gallon. Cleveland Asphalt, $3.70 a gallon, delivered is $3.8279. Parent low is Martin. MC 30,
Okay, on the tack oil,
yes, sir.
that's still going into Houston for the tack oil,
Okay,
so we need to look at Cleveland.
okay. MC 30, Martin Asphalt Plant, $3.50, delivered $3.64 a gallon. Cleveland Asphalt Plant, $3.90 a gallon, delivered is $4.0279.
I guess we just, on these, we need to have a 1 and a 2, yeah, so we can stay out of Houston.
Okay, cracked fuel oil, Brine Asphalt Plant, $610 per ton, delivers $615 a ton.
And they were the only bidder.
Move we accept it as presented with amendments.
Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Pelt and a second by Commissioner Kirkendall. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Jackie, will y'all be getting this to the secretary?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
We'll make changes and I'll check on the wash people.
Okay.
Item number 28, Jackie Ellis, awarding of sealed bid for bank depository contract.
Okay, we opened the bank bids, March 11th at 2. Then we had one, bid received and it was from Wells Fargo. We do have a committee on this and I'll let Ms. Williams stand up and talk to y'all about the committee and all that.
All righty.
Our committee met on Thursday. The committee was comprised of Misty Whitney from purchasing, Angela Gore, the auditor, and Mr. Kirkendall, commissioner, and myself. We met with Josh Rodriguez, and this is Josh from Wells Fargo.
Thanks for sticking with us this morning.
I know. We asked him to come today if y'all had any questions or concern. I put in your packet a summary sheet of their bid, showing Wells Fargo, currently we're with Compass, but Wells Fargo doesn't have a location in Koontz. They have offered to send an armored truck to the courthouse 5 days a week at no charge to the county. So that would alleviate any problems with taking deposits, ourselves. So that's a good thing. He's offered us a $2,000 stipend to get new checks for our accounts. He's offered free deposit bags, endorsement stamps, coin wrappers, deposit slips to make the transition. And speaking with Josh, he said it would be about a 60 to 90 day.
I say 2 months to be safe. 2 months to make a transition, so.
Our current contract ends April 25th, so.
And this is the recommendation of the committee?
It's the recommendation of the committee to go with Wells Fargo.
Second. Have a motion by Commissioner Pelt and a second by Commissioner Cooper. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank y'all. 29, Jackie Ellis, authorization for county judge to sign lease maintenance agreement with Xerox Corporation for copier for juvenile probation department.
So moved.
Second. Have a motion by Commissioner Kirkendall and a second by Commissioner Cooper. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Number 30, Jackie Ellis, authorization to submit invoice for payment in the amount of $1,372.13 from JanPack for janitorial supplies in the jail.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Pelt and a second by Commissioner Roberts. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Number 31, Jackie Ellis, information regarding results from sale of 1990 dump truck, VIN number ending in 1238, and 1998 tractor, serial number ending in 8959, with Renee Bates online auction as approved in Commissioners Court on February the 9th.
Okay, we finished the process for Mr. Kirkendall, and it was with Renee Bates, and the total was $6,360 for the 2 pieces of equipment minus our commission that we did Renee Bates. It was $5,833.
Acceptable?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We accept the bid.
Second. Have a motion by Commissioner Pelt and a second by Commissioner Roberts. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Before we adjourn, Angela, do we have a commitment from the outside auditor that they can have that report for us next Monday?
Yes, sir.
So we need to set a special meeting for next Monday morning, March the 30th, for the outside auditor to come in and present the audit. Is 9 o'clock good for everybody? Okay, so we'll set a special meeting next Monday morning, and I believe Jackie has an item or two she'd like to add to that as well. So we'll have more than just one item, but it shouldn't take nearly as long as this meeting. Is there anything else before we adjourn, other than we want to remind everybody to go to the Dome for cake and punch for Lola's retirement? Anything else?
I want to say thank you to Lola. She's probably not out here, but she helped
work already.
She helped make my transition smooth, when I came into office. So I certainly appreciate everything she did for me and keeping the train on the tracks.
She's done that for a lot of us.
I make a motion to go eat cake and punch.
All right.
Second.
We stand adjourned.
Good to have these ex-judges here today. They look all relaxed.
I'll make some pictures. That'd be awesome.
Hey, Judge Carroll.
Oh, Lord. Me too.
I'm miserable.